Intelligence reports claim Mexican cartels plotted assassination of Ecuador's President Noboa. Y'all ain't got enough shit to do that y'all want to plot shit on presidents? Y'all want to go get this goofy? Look at this goofy right here. Y'all ain't got enough to do. You got to snatch kids, run training camps for kids that don't want to fight for you. You got to catch little girls in the crossfire. You guys got to oppress people. You guys got to watch your backs from each other. Y'all ain't just too busy. Y'all getting raided. Y'all getting expelled, expedited, deported, extradited. Every item that you could put into it is happening to y'all. And y'all got time to plot the assassination of somebody's president that ain't even in your country? Y'all doing too much, man. Ecuador has declared a state of maximum alert over an assassination plot against President Daniel Noboa. In a statement entitled The Revenga, the Revenge of the Bad Losers, oh, what a great name. The Revenge of the Bad Losers, issued early on Saturday, the Ministry of Government said all security protocols have been activated due to the threat emanating from criminal organizations in collusion with political groups defeated at the polls. Criminal organizations in collusion with political groups defeated at the polls. Democracy, man. It's a thin veil of democracy. They're definitely working overtime. Noboa was reelected earlier this month, promising to continue a crackdown on rampant cartel violence that plagues Ecuador. His opponent, Luisa Gonzalez, has continued to insist that the vote was fraudulent. The statement follows the leak earlier this week of a military intelligence report that said assassins entering Ecuador from Mexico and other countries plan to carry out terrorist attacks against Noboa. Again, the conversation we always have about they all want to put every crime under the umbrella of cartels. Every crime under the umbrella of cartels. Human trafficking, cartels. That's what they call them. Human trafficking cartels. That's not the cartel. The drug cartels is the drug cartel. That's it. You know what I mean? They're doing the same thing here. Oh, assassins are coming. So what? Every assassin has to do with the cartel? Every assassin is a cartel assassin? I feel like they just want to add that name to everything. For the clout of it. For the headline of it. For the horseshit of it. Okay, what? So Mexico's can't have button men, assassins that are just that don't have to do with the cartels. That's Mexico a slave to the cartels where every level of criminal got to be part of the cartels? This shit sounds ridiculous already. Straight to jail. He looks like the straight to jail guy.
They put you in jail right away. No trial, no nothing. Journalists, we have a special jail for journalists. You're stealing, right to jail. You're playing music too loud, right to jail, right away. You're driving too fast, jail. Slow, jail.
Come on, that guy, look at that face. Can you assassinate that dork? You can't assassinate that dork. The government statement alleges that bad losers from the recent April 13th election hired sicarios, hitmen, from Mexico and other countries in a bid to destabilize the government. The state is on high alert. All security protocols have been activated and the armed forces and national police and intelligence agencies are working together, it reads. Alleged terrorist plots. Quoting intelligence sources, it reports the plotting of an assassination, terrorist attacks, and street riots through violent demonstrations. The plot targets the life of President of the Republic, state authorities, and public officials, it said. The Noboa government claimed that those behind the recent threat were criminal structures and political sectors defeated at the polls. Noboa alluded to an alleged military intelligence report circulating on social media, which said that after Sunday's elections, the transfer of hired unalivers or terminators from Mexico and other countries to Ecuador has begun. The Associated Press consulted the military institution of the veracity of the report, to which its press office responded that an official statement would be issued in the coming hours. Although not offering names, the statement appears to accuse the Citizen Revolution Movement, RC5, of which Gonzalez is leader, and that is linked to former President Rafael Correa, of planning the attack. The reported assassination plot comes amid a pattern of escalating violence in Ecuador, including the assassination of presidential candidate Fernando Villavicencio in 2023. I mean, once you lose and once the presidency is getting smoked, just throw the whole thing out. They should have done that shit in the 60s with the United States. That's when you knew we was co-opted. When you couldn't keep a president alive on your own land. Rampant violence by criminal gangs involved in trafficking from the world's biggest brocane producers, neighboring Peru and Colombia, has also blighted the country. In the latest instance, at least 12 people were unalived on Friday in an attack in the coastal province of Manabí, as hammermen dressed in fake military uniforms opened fire on spectators at a cockfight. Noboa declared an internal armed conflict to combat rug gangs in January last year, reflecting the country's ongoing struggle with organized crime. Bad relations with Mexico. Media reports in Ecuador also suggest that support may have been forthcoming from foreign leaders, including President Claudia Sheinbaum of Mexico. Amid a diplomatic fallout that launched last year, Sheinbaum announced on Wednesday that Mexico would not restore diplomatic relations with Ecuador as long as Noboa remains in office. The Mexican leader had publicly supported Gonzalez in the election. They mad, man. Contested elections. A lack of evidence from Ecuador's government fueled criticism from former candidate Gonzalez, who has repeatedly claimed that the election result was falsified. So they feel like they had a stolen election. I mean, they really feel like that. Like, they've been feeling like that. On Saturday, she wrote on X that the assassination claims were simply the government's desperation to silence us, and added that more persecution is coming. Alongside a promise to boost the country's flagging economy that was seen as key to help him win re-election earlier this year. However, Gonzalez, who had entered the runoff vote following a tight first round in February and claimed grotesque fraud, said late on Wednesday that she plans to contest the results with the elections authority. So it's an election beef, all right? And the administration is blaming the sore losers. Blaming the sore losers for, hiring hitters. Bringing the hitters out to come get them. Sounds like a bunch of political bullshit, you ask me. A circle jerk amongst world chess players that aren't as smart as they try to make me and you think. So there's that, man. The cartels got a lot of time on their hands, man. They could get called out to handle a recount in another country, right? And smoke the president, who looks like the go straight to jail guy, straight to jail. I just feel like that word is just added to everything. Every country, everywhere, they're just going to add the word cartel. Should have 2 L's at the end of it. They're the top rug dealers, top assassinitos, top everything, huh? Human traffickers. Oh, man, these guys are busy. They make pizzas, hats, avocados, raise cows. Just throw the whole shit out. Because if that's the case, they done took control of everything. Just like any corrupted country. La Maña wants who they can control and power. Absolutely. They don't want nobody in there that's willing to tell them to fuck off. That's why they have to win wars in other places between the Contras and the Sandinistas. Why? So that they can have that. Somebody that they can move around rather than somebody that can stop them and say, as far as you go. They're busy though, bro. They're busy. As far as every headline got them, they got them doing everything, bro. Everybody got their problems. I tell you where the root of all of those problems come from in all these countries. Starts at corruption. It's just the facts. It's just where it's at. You fix that, you fixed everything. You can't.